Bryan defending Diddy, saying Cassie signed up to get beat up and needs to take responsibility. Excuse me? No way he said that.
I got beat up worse than her.
CTE.
I got beat up way worse than her multiple times. I didn't get 30 mil.
Where do you begin with that kind of reasoning? Where do you begin with trying to make sense or trying to push back or trying to counter that sort of reason? I got beat up worse than Cassie. How come she gets 30 mil and I don't? Maybe because one thing was done as a crime, one thing was done under duress, one thing was done as it was done in a sanctioned sporting event. Maybe that's why. What, do you want to go to court and fucking, I don't know, sue all those guys that fucking knocked you out and claim damages or something? Do you want to do that, Brendan? Like, what the fuck is he even talking about? Sometimes it's like I guess that's his attempt to try and have a hot take. Like, I think, to be fair to the guy, I don't think he actually means what he says. He's probably just trying to be a contrarian or trying to go viral or trying to have like a spicy hot take and say those type of things. That's what he's trying to do on purpose. So it's not even like he means what he says, which is even worse. If you're going to say a dicey, racy, edgy thing, at least mean it, you know? At least say it with your chest, you know? It's like Owen Benjamin. Owen Benjamin's out here dropping hard ERs all over the place, right? Saying some mad shit about Jews and stuff and being very problematic, let's say. But you know Owen Benjamin means that shit. You know Owen Benjamin means that shit with all of his heart. So at least mean that shit, you know? Let's not fucking try and just cause controversy for controversy's sake. Let's mean it from our bottom of our heart, at least.
That's a lot of money.
Granted, I signed up for it.
Yeah, she did too, in a way. I'm not saying she signed up for that abuse. No.
They're such pussies, isn't it? They're such pussies. I'm not saying she did sign up. No, you are saying that, Bryan. Just say it with your chest. You are saying it. And he's only saying that as a way to talk about his own situation. These guys, Bryan especially, doesn't care about Cassie. Doesn't care about this whole Diddy thing. He's just trying to use that case as a reason to justify some of his past actions and to maybe explain away why some people are accusing him of rape that he didn't do. Or that he denies that he did. Because they technically signed up for it. I bet you Bryan probably thinks of those instances the same way Joey Diaz thinks of those instances. You know those Joey Diaz clips that fucking podcast cringe? I think Twitter tried played one time that broke my heart, right? During that video where Joey Diaz is saying some very dicey things about what he used to get up to with girls and shit, open micers back in the day. Essentially, you know, making them, or not making them, you know, I guess making them is a thing, but, you know, exchanging stage time for blowjobs and shit. And I bet you Bryan's probably got the similar opinion of those women that Joey Diaz has, in that, hey, you signed up for this. This is stand-up comedy. This is dog eat dog. This is very competitive. You're in LA. You're performing at the Comedy Store. Everyone wants to be here. This is the Mecca. Mitzi Shaw.
Powerful bunch.
Yeah, big up some of these.
You're my Cassie now. What am I? A big bad Diddy?
That's fucking brilliant. That's fucking brilliant. Big up Asadi's. You're my Cassie now. It's fucking insane. It's very, very dark. Big up Asadi's. But yeah, Bryan's using this as an excuse to kind of justify his own terrible actions. Let's get back to the clip.
That, I'm telling you, when I saw that beating, I was like, "You are that scumbag." So you lost everything.
Cassie tells Diddy trial she would give back the $20 million to redo it all over again. No, you wouldn't.
No, she said she. Yes, she. That's not trauma works, brother. Sometimes the trauma itself isn't actually. Sometimes the compensation that you get for the trauma that you receive cannot even come close to dealing with it. Cannot even come close to ridding of you that experience. So yes, the money is probably great. Right? She's probably cashed out on it. She's probably going to cash out on it in a serious way, because I've heard people say that regardless of what happens with this trial with Diddy, that most likely he'll also be sued in the civil courts for a bunch of money too. So it'll probably finish him when it comes to his finances and stuff. So Cassie's probably going to be in for a massive windfall. But considering what she's been through over the years, considering that she never said a peep and kept this guy's secret for all those years, kind of, you know, for whatever reason, suffered in fucking silence, she deserves every fucking penny of that, especially when you consider the amount of people in the record industry that knew what was going on behind the scenes. Because at least with Cassie, you can give her the fucking benefit of doubt and say that she was super young. She came into the industry at 18. She met Diddy, I think, when she was like 21 or something. So super green. She even confesses in the fucking court when she testified that the first time she actually gave anybody oral and shit was with Diddy. She was that sexually inexperienced. So imagine the kind of control and the influence and whatever else that you had over her for somebody that age. But she still had the wherewithal to kind of keep herself together, not fucking die, which is really possible. Every time I read some of the transcripts, I think it's actually quite incredible that Cassie survived this whole shit on her own. And a bunch of people in the industry never said nothing, never spoke up for her, never defended her and shit. She had to suffer everything by herself. Everything on her own. Suffer. So yes, in this particular case, so similar to some other cases, I think that woman deserves every fucking penny. Legit, every fucking penny. And when she says, hey, none of this money is actually going to undo the harm that I've received, I believe her, bro. I believe her. That sort of stuff that you go through, like, I don't know, man. That some people don't even get over heartbreak that they had in their early 20s. Could you imagine trying to make sense of that experience that you had with fucking Diddy when you're in your early 20s? Can you imagine that sort of experience that lasted more than 10 years? Well, how that is the fucking deal. And these guys are here joking, shucking and jiving over it, acting like you're only in it for the money. Money's an important thing. Maybe to you it is. Other people, money really doesn't matter that much when it comes to these sort of events. Money doesn't actually, money sometimes pales in comparison to the pain that you suffered.
It wouldn't.
See, my thing, Bubba,
Kick me in the stomach.
my thing is that you got to take responsibility for the condition you're in.
Yeah. Powerful bunch.
Jesus.
She liked the way the fist taste.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing, skin it. Perfect timing, skin it. Perfect timing. You've got to take responsibility. Like, excuse me? You've got to take responsibility. So what? Was Cassie wearing too much lip gloss? Was her skirt too short? Huh? Was she showing too much cleavage? Is that why she got done what she got done to her? These fucking guys, man. These, honestly. You can always trust TFATK to be on the wrong side of history. Always.
Yeah. And you got to take responsibility for being in something for 8 years. 8 years? Come on. You got to take responsibility.
You have access to money and shit?
No, you got to take responsibility. You're not just a victim. Take responsibility.
You're not just a victim. This is a guy with daughters, by the way. This is a guy, no, I think with a daughter, not daughters. I don't know if he's got two. But regardless, this is a guy that has a teenage daughter. This is a guy that has a teenage daughter. But to be fair to Bryan, he's also a bit of a dirtbag. Because his wife now, his second wife is like in her 30s, isn't it?
Powerful bunch.
Big up Young Lord Vibes.
So all of his victims came out to get what? Some Cho holds and a bottle of Alpha Brain?
Leftover crates of Tiger Thick whiskey. What's that drink they fucking drink? What's that thing called on the table called again? What's that shit called? Mushroom something, planet, I don't know what the fuck that, elephant something, whatever that fucking shit is called.
Everybody has to take responsibility. That's my thing. It's like there's this narrative that she was a wilting flower and was under his spell and under. Well, you're an adult. You're an adult. You made a shitload of money, and it was a very abusive relationship. You have to, as a human being, say, "I'm out no matter what here." But that never happened.
What is he even talking about? You made a shit ton of money. Like, what's he talking about? Is he talking about what she got after? Or is he talking about what she got when she was with Diddy? I don't think she made that much money when she was with Diddy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think she was fucking super wealthy. She might have been well off. She might have been looked after, but I don't think her career never really went that way. It was unfortunate because I think she was quite talented and had the potential, but her career never really hit those heady heights. And now we know why. Now we know why she never really fulfilled her potential. What's this guy even talking about? Is he conflating the fact that she got paid before the court case as that like, I don't even know. I don't even know how to even describe or to fucking rationalize what they're trying to say. Either way, they're fucking wrong and they're talking out their fucking asses. But I'm also aware that they're trying to go viral. They're trying to clip farm. They're trying to spark up some debate, spark up something to get this fucking dying podcast back into relevancy in some regards. Which is real. That's a real crying shame about this. They don't even believe what they're saying. You know, that's the thing that really stinks about this whole shit. They don't actually believe what they actually say. You know, they're just saying it for the fact that they want to say it to try and get some attention online. And these motherfuckers are in their late 40s, early 60s when you're Bryan. Like, I don't know. What a way to make a living, innit? What a fucking way to make a living.